Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Yeah, you do. Steve Harvey got a radio show, but like I said the other day, you got something too, though, don't you? God done something wonderful for you. You just got to thank him for it. You know, in the midst of all this going on in my life and in your life, you know, I always use myself as an example because, that way I guarantee 100% I know what I'm talking about. Here's the situation. You know, with everything that's going on in my life and all the things I'm asking God for, in the midst of a taxing and a very trying situation that's very challenging for me right now, man, God just keeps on surprising me. He keeps doing things. And I want you to look at your life for a second. Let's make two columns here. Let's make a column of all the things you want from God. You know, just do that throughout the course of the day. You know, run down a list of all the things you're asking God for, all the things you're praying for, the things you aspire to, your dreams, your visions, whatever it is. Just make a column, a list of all those things. Let's make 3 lists. And then the second list, I want you to make a list of everything that you've been asking God for. So I guess that could be a little bit of the same. But this third list, I want you to do a checkoff point. I want you to make a list of everything that God has given you that you've asked him for. Just think about it like that for a second. I may be explaining it a little wrong right now, but I'm going to pull it together for you. Make a list of everything you're asking God for. Just list it. You know, it's okay. It's a dream board. You can call it that. I got one. It's a vision board. You know, everybody's got something you hope for. Make a list. Now, I want you to make another list of everything you've asked God for that he's given you already. See, this is a good list because sometimes, and what I've been guilty of, and maybe you too, in my request list on my dream board, I keep focusing so hard sometimes on what I'm yet to receive. I keep focusing so hard on what I hope he gives me. I keep focusing so hard on the things that are yet not fulfilled in my life that sometimes as he starts checking off my wish list, the things I've asked for in the past that have come to pass that he's given me, I sometimes, in praying for what I want, forget to thank him for what he's done for me. And I'm currently in the middle of that situation. And this morning when I woke up, I just got on my knees this morning and I quit tripping for a second. I said, man, hey, God, you know what? I really do need all them things I'm asking for. And I really am believing that you're going to give it to me. But in the meantime, though, man, have I overlooked some important details here. I had to really look at what he's done for me. I mean, look, man, take yourself out of it personally and look. Well, you can leave yourself in it however you want to be. Some people can't do that. So just leave yourself in it then. But, man, I started looking at the I part of me. And I started looking around at what's happening overall. Like, man, he has kept my family together. In spite of the attempts to tear it apart. I look at all of that. I look at how he's blessing my children with the desires of their heart, which I pray for my kids. You know, I want my kids to have a better life than I've had. I really, really do. I don't want them to take as long as it took me to get it together. I really, really don't. I'm trying to say, hey, man, if you go to college, this is what you can be. Don't do like your father did. Don't go 3 years, drop out, throw yourself into a spiral, and then got to start scratch all over again. You know, and for the most part, so far, you know, they're doing quite well of it. You know, they're getting kicked around a little bit, but that's life. I started thinking of the blessings that he's helped me overcome with some of the previous mistakes I've made in relationships in my life. And then I started looking about the things he's blessed me with that I've been asking him for, but since I've moved on from it, I forgot to keep thanking him because I got to always thank God for a roof over my head because guess what? When I was asking for the roof and I didn't really have it, then he gave me one. Now, since he gave it to me, I'm just cool now? I can't ever go back to him and go, hey, man, I really do appreciate this roof over my head because there was a time when I was living in a car. But see, so every morning I wake up, I got to remember the fact that I have a home now because I got to look back and go, man, that was time, Steve, when you didn't have no home. But see, we forget what God has done for us because in our column, the want column, the need column, we oftentimes forget for the columns and the check marks that he's already fulfilled in our life. You've got to take inventory every now and then, daily if possible, but I know we humans, we're not going to do that. I don't. But you've got to take inventory of your life to say, hey, what has God done for me? You know, and remember something else too. Change is good, but change is challenging. Accept the challenge that it is. Look, a lot of you come up to me all the time and say, Steve, man, thank you, man. Boy, you in the morning, man, I really be needing that. Well, like I done said it 100 times, but I'm going to say it again. Y'all, I be needing it too. You know, you understand? Sometimes what God is dealing with me is for me. But now I'm in a sharing position where I can open up, and if I just quit being so about me and become a little bit more transparent, I can maybe some of me that's happening to me is happening to you, and you could see some of this in me. That's why I use myself as an example because, man, I'm catching it too. Y'all, I ain't perfect either. So for those of you that come up to me and say that, I want you to understand these talks in the morning, man, this is important for me. Because, man, I need these conversations from God. I need God to continue to strengthen me, to show me the way, to help me understand what's happening to me. And see, as we've all, those of you who have made the decision to change, to become a better person, a better woman, a better boy, a better girl, a better man, for those of you who's made the decision to change is a challenge. And accept the challenge because it's going to come. Because right out of that, here come the haters. Here they come. People you don't even know, discussing your life and your change. If God see you really, really mean what you say, in spite of what they say about you, God will raise you above the fray. He'll keep promoting you. He'll keep blessing you. He'll keep moving you up. He will use you as a show-off point. He'll show you off, man. He'll make you look good to people, man, who wish you'd fall all day long. And so to all your haters will end up just watching you rise, man. They will watch you continue to grow. That's what God will do for you, man. You can fool the world, but you can't fool God. God know your heart. He know your every thought, man.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is upon us. The arrival of a new day is here. The Lord has blessed us to come along. We are grateful, we are respectful, and we are ever watchful. I, for one, would like to say that God is in control. And I'm going to let him do it the way he going to do it. I am in be still mode today, all the way through Friday. I'm in be still mode. I am just in a position where I just got to let God handle this one. It's bigger than me, so I am in be still mode. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shirley Strawberry.
Don't move, Steve. Be still. Good morning.
Carla Farrell.
That's right. Peace be still. Good morning.
What up, Junior?
Oh, blessed and highly favored, moving in the right direction.
Nephew Tommy.
Yes, sir. Peace be still.
Yes, sir.
Wait on it. Wait on it. Wait on it.
That's hard to do sometimes. I ain't gonna tell you no tell.
Yeah,
Because we're
yes,
so
it
patient.
Because you want to raise your voice and your hand and do something, say something, but
The Lord be taking a long time, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Man.
He ain't taking a long time. He
could
doing it
have
right
been
on
and
time.
smited them.
Lord,
No, you got to pull.
yes.
I mean, I ain't saying like smite as in kill, but you know, like a light stroke. You know,
Oh, boy.
Trip them up a little bit, and they
Are
like,
you
You
crazy
know.
right now?
fall down some steps, get your hand ran over by the bus. You know,
No, you're waiting
What,
on
your
him
hand
to
is
bless
just in
you.
the street?
Yeah.
you know your hand. You know how you break your fall with your hand, and the bus just run over both your wrists. You know, just
Okay,
stuff like
really?
that. You know,
You're
not his
waiting
head,
on him
his
to bless
his
you.
hand.
You don't want to be
Huh?
saying this. You're waiting on him to bless you, remember?
I am. I was just, you know, that's why I was saying this. Why I don't do that other stuff. I don't ask for stuff like
well,
that.
Unc,
to
I
happen.
get the feeling that you are not one of these people that pray for your enemies. You don't do that.
Oh, I'm not at that level of Christianity. No, I don't know when that's gonna happen. I don't
You
either.
64 now.
Yeah, what you mean?
Did he
What that
blow
got
his
to do
lips?
with it? I'm 64, but
Yeah.
you talking about advanced Christianity?
Just basic Christianity.
You don't.
Basic.
Christianity 405. That's what
No,
Right.
no.
Not
Basic
101.
is no. Basic is like stuff like do unto others as you would have them do
love
unto
your
you.
enemies.
You know.
Yeah.
Love your enemies.
No, that's a little. That's you getting into advanced now.
You just not.
Once you
you
throw
just
them
don't do
enemies
that.
in there, that's advanced Christianity.
We're going to
You know.
continue to pray for you.
Thou shalt covet thy neighbor's wife. Then I can honor that when I do that. But thou shalt not kill. That's basic. I'm good with that one. I ain't got to kill nobody. But nah,
Turn the other cheek.
love. No, that's advanced. That's way advanced. You asking about
That's too much for you,
You
Steve,
coming
right
too
now.
strong now. Hold up.
That's grad school right
You've
there.
been a Christian all
you-
your life.
That's PhD right there.
All right, listen.
I'm still doing 101.
It is time when we come back for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey is here. Steve, this one is from Diamond in Baltimore. Diamond writes, my 33-year-old boyfriend has been in jail for most of our relationship. We met 4 years ago, and he's violated his probation twice since we've been together. When he's gone, I can't lie, I sneak around with my ex-boyfriend, and now that I am pregnant, I'm not sure who the father is. My boyfriend already has 3 children, so he won't be happy about this. My ex just got married, so it would be bad all the way around if it's his child. Should I stay with my jailbird boyfriend and let him raise the child, or tell my ex?
Damn.
Raise him from where?
Right.
What is he finna do? What are you zooming? You've been with him 4 years. He been locked up. Most of the focus, he keep violating probation. He can't stay away from nothing. Now, so you've been seeing your ex. Now you pregnant, you don't know who baby it is.
Ex married.
But your ex is married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
Just
get this
got
right.
married.
You just can't get the right kind of dude. The one you want, you say you want, is in jail. The one you with is married.
Yeah.
Now you pregnant, you don't know which one it is.
Right. And she says her boyfriend in jail won't be happy because he already has 3 kids.
The hell you worrying about him being happy for?
About the pregnancy.
Why?
yeah, he can't worry about him.
He got other issues. He finna be mad because you pregnant.
Yeah.
He ain't out here taking care of none of them. Homeboy got to get himself together. He got to quit violating. He got to come out here and do right. Now I know, don't get me wrong, that violation probation can be for anything. I mean, they can come set you down for anything. Yeah. You can't be in the presence of nobody with a weapon. You can't be in the presence of nobody with a record. You can't be within so much distance of this, that, and the other. You can't get a ticket. You can't do nothing when you're on probation. So it's easy to violate, you know. But you need to start picking better, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Kelsey in Richmond, Virginia says, I'm a 30-year-old hairstylist and one of my clients is messing with a married man. That man's wife comes to another stylist in the salon, and through other gossiping women in the salon, they found out about each other. While my client was under the dryer Saturday, someone keyed her car and wrote on it with a permanent marker. My customer thinks me and the other stylist should pay for this damage because she's too ashamed to file an insurance claim. Am I liable since it was on my property?
No.
Whoa.
No, you're not liable for the car if it gets stolen on your property. No, she has insurance. Her insurance is liable for that. You're not liable for that. I don't see how you liable for that on your property.
And she's messing with a married man. Anything.
Car thefts usually happen somewhere around somebody's property.
Somebody owns that property.
All the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Do something to her while she was getting her hair done. That's what I thought.
You messing with a married man?
No, you tripping. You know what? You worrying about car? You trying to get liability put on the. What, little girl? Come on, you get your life together.
Right.
Y'all worrying about the wrong stuff.
Wrong
Yes.
stuff. That's right. That is exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what Sherry in Cincinnati is saying. She writes, I have a weird situation with my next door neighbor. He plays his saxophone all hours of the day and night, and I've complained to him and management. He came over the other day with a peace offering, and it was not what I expected. He said clearly there's sexual tension with us, and he gave me a long and passionate kiss. He said he's ready for sex whenever I am, and he left my apartment. I want him so badly now, but I've never been in a situation like this. Is it a bad idea to have sex with a neighbor?
I'll be damned.
This sounds like a movie, doesn't it?
Did this go the way you think it was going to go?
Hell no. I thought he came over there with some weed or something. He came over there tongue kissing.
Yeah.
Talking about
Then
hard.
left. I like
Yeah.
that. Then he left.
Yeah. Well, one thing, she ain't gonna call down there about that damn sax no more. That's for damn sure. He blow all you want, baby. You better blow that thing. Sure be glad when you come back over here.
But her question is it a bad idea to have sex with a neighbor?
Well, I mean, if you single and he's single, he just came over here and just mouth kissed you real hard. I'm talking about hard.
Talking about sexual tension.
Anybody, and he, what instrument is he blowing?
Sax.
Oh yeah, he had his tongue way down your throat. His tongue been on reeds and stuff. All his girl, you been saxophone kissed.
He saxed her up.
You finna go on up in here. All of a sudden, you girl, it's inevitable. I don't even know why you wrote us. You already know that's what you do. You just said you want him so bad. What's stopping you? You already know this gonna pop off.
But I don't like.
He blow one more damn note, and I'm gonna go over there and straighten all this out.
One more time.
You blow that horn again, and see don't I come over there, and we'll see who can kiss hard.
But what about him?
Yeah,
though,
we
Steve,
are. Everybody gonna. Yeah, I caught myself
you
on
know
that
it
one.
was bad.
Yeah, I stopped myself. I ain't even getting it. Everybody listening right now probably know what it was. So then write your own joke. Let's go on.
Morning radio. That's it.
Man,
Yeah. Good morning.
you know that no more time. You probably go.
All right.
Oh, man.
Well, wow, look at the time. We got to go. CLO, thank you. Coming up next, the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, NFL star Richard Sherman, oh my God, was arrested on burglary and domestic violence charges.
No!
Also in entertainment news.
Burglary?
Yeah, Junior, yeah.
Broke in?
Richard? Richard?
Not Richard.
Yes.
Sherman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
All of that. Cardi
Richard.
B.
R-I-C-H-A-R-D. Richard. God.
Yeah, and he threatened to kill himself. It's sad.
Yeah, he did that too.
sad.
It's a
Yeah.
sad situation. All right, and moving on, Cardi B explaining why her baby girl Culture's lavish birthday party was all of that and more. Coming up in 20 minutes, President Biden's senior advisor, Mr. Cedric Richmond. Cedric Richmond will be our very special guest. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now, the nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Your daughter bit my son.
What?
I will say it again. I'm going to say your daughter bit my son. Let's go, Cat.
happens.
Hello,
Hello, may I speak to Kira?
this is Kira.
Kira Mc...
This is Kira.
Look, do your daughter go to Little Academy?
Yes. Who's this?
And her name is...
Yes, who's this?
Listen, your daughter done bit my son Joshua on the back.
My daughter, bitch. No.
This is Wilton. Your daughter done bit my son.
Well, Wilton, slow the down. You can't just call my house and tell me my daughter bit your
You
son.
ain't finna sit here and be cussing at me, lady. I just said your daughter, Shakira, bit my son Joshua in the back.
And I just said no. I just said no. Two things. One, my daughter wouldn't bite nobody. And two, don't call my house with this tone.
I call with any kind of tone I want to call with. All I'm saying is your daughter done bit my son in the back. And I'm going to tell
And
you
all
something.
I'm saying is don't call my house with this attitude saying some that my daughter bit your child in the back. My daughter has manners and she wouldn't be biting nobody in the back. What did your
How
son
the
do
hell
that
if you
wanted
know
to fight
somebody
somebody in
going,
the back?
how the hell you know what your daughter going to be doing if you ain't there
Because I
24?
raised my daughter.
You raised the shit.
You live with your son?
She
You
ain't
live
but
with your son or you just come in once a month and try to do some kind of daddy work?
your daughter ain't but 4 years old. How in the hell you know her that damn well?
I've been with her for 4 years. Where the you been? My daughter does not be biting people around in the back and the neck or anything like that. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't call my house with this attitude.
How the hell you figure I'm a weekend daddy? I'm calling you about what's going on with my child.
But I don't think you got your facts straight. So next time you call somebody to tell them about their child, figure out everything about your child first.
All I'm saying is that the people at the academy said Shakira bit my son Joshua in the back.
Well, I can't understand you saying because I don't like your tone. So don't call me about my baby. Have her mama call me.
It don't make no difference if a mama or a daddy call, as long as somebody call. Hello? Call her back, dog.
Hello?
Is this Kira?
This is Kira.
Why you hang up on me?
Why are you still calling me and why are you yelling at me? My child didn't bite your child in the back. When I picked up my child, they didn't say to me, your child bit somebody in the back.
Okay,
I know my child. I'm with my child every day. Like I said in the first place, you must be some kind of weekend daddy.
How come
I know my child. I'm with my child every day.
How come
Are you?
I'm with my...
I don't even know who Joshua is. She should have just hit him in the head.
Hey, what you ain't gonna do is sit here and talk about my baby. Now, you asked me to lower my tone.
You want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hang up one more time.
Lower your tone. Hello? Call her back, dog. Call her back, cat.
Hello?
Don't hang up on me no more, lady.
Call my number again.
I'ma call you until you tell me why your child is biting my child in the back.
I am not in the mood to play with you right now.
You're gonna mess around and get you and your child whooped. You and your child.
Whoa. Guess what? Shakira got a daddy. You talking about whipping somebody's Shakira's daddy. No, you don't have else to say. You can't call my house and threaten me and my child. If my child bit your child, well, that's what the your child deserves. He got whooped. My daughter whooped your son. This probably won't be the last time that little fat snotty nose kids get this.
You ain't gonna be talking about me and my son.
With no fake facts. She didn't bite him in the back. She might have whooped his, but my daughter don't play nasty
your
like
daughter
that.
bit my son in the back.
Keep talking. You found my phone number, find my address, and have Shakira's daddy beat your.
What?
I said bring your on over here. The same way the same way Shakira whipped your baby, my baby daddy gonna whip your. Bring it on.
I'm coming over there and beat you and your child
Hey,
with a
like
belt.
I said, you don't call a woman and tell her you coming over to beat her and her child. You come over here and beat her daddy's. Come over here and beat Shakira's daddy's.
He don't want none of me.
You don't want this.
I'm on my way over there now.
Bring it on in.
Somebody gonna get that.
Your daddy home all week. Not like your
he ain't got no damn job.
No, you. He got a job.
Y'all gonna make me come over there tonight.
Bring it on right now.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm finna
tell me something else then.
You gonna get bit and your baby gonna get bit too.
You gonna bite me and my baby? Shakira dad gonna whoop yo.
Can I say something to you?
Say something to me then.
This nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked.
Oh, I am shamed. I am so shamed.
You just got pranked. Your sister Glenda told me.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
She
I
said
told her they couldn't get me for this.
She said, She said, you always tell me, Tommy will never get me.
Had that. I told her that wouldn't happen to me. But you can't call somebody and talk about their baby. Hell no. Let me.
I'm gonna hit you with a cam.
That's where it counts, man. Don't call nobody about that child. You got my heart hurting.
Look, can I ask you something? Let me ask you something. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show. You.
How y'all think I did? I mean, you know,
just
on a grade from 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, you know how I do.
Oh, King, you're the king of pranks.
15.
Now.
You broke the scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruh.
On the stupid scale of 1 to 10, I just like to know I'm doing good, you know? Oh, by the way, I did add a show, a 2:00 p.m. show in Virginia Beach at the Funny Bone. I added a show Sunday at 2:00. Yeah, matinee. That's that grown folk time. Come in, get on in, get on out like that. All right, and they going fast. All right, they already halfway sold out, so we ain't got much time. All right, Sunday almost round the corner, so get your tickets while they're getting as good. The nephew is on the way. Stupid is back moving around the country. Doesn't it feel good? See, as soon as COVID died down, Stupid come back out. You see what I'm saying? That's how it worked. COVID died down, Stupid come back out. But Stupid wasn't stupid when COVID was here. Stupid had some sense. Stupid sat his ass down. Stupid was smart.
Stupid didn't have it.
Stupid was smart.
Stupid learned how to sit down and wait your turn. Everyone has seen you.
Stupid was watching the news.
Stupid got some sense, y'all. I'm just telling you. Back out on the road again. We are there. Virginia Beach, Funny Bone. The nephew is there. I added a show for 2:00 on Sunday. Tickets on sale right now. That's good right there.
Man.
Yeah, it must be fun for you to get back out there, nephew.
Oh, my God. You have no idea. I'll never leave again. Unless they have another pandemic.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Let's pray that doesn't
So your Stupid gonna be out there.
Pray
All
that
right,
don't
thank
happen.
you, nephew. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment and national news for you right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, everybody, we want to give a special congratulations to our special guest. We told you we'd have him today. He is now the senior advisor to President Biden and the director of the White House Office of Public Engagement. And he's joining us this morning to highlight some of the points from the president's recent voting rights speech. And he's got some great news for our HBCUs. And we're looking forward to the child tax credit checks. We're going to find out all about that. So let's get to it. Please welcome back a friend of the morning show, senior advisor, Mr. Cedric Richmond.
Yes,
Welcome,
sir.
welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Morning, Mr. Richmond.
No.
Steve and the team, thank you all for having me, and thanks for what you do.
Oh, no, man, thank you. Hey, listen, let's get right to it, because on Tuesday, President Biden, he gave a major voting rights speech in Philly. And he spoke about the big lie with the 2020 election, and he called it the most examined and most undemocratic election in the history of this nation. So let's talk about that for a second. What was the takeaway for Americans who were listening to this speech? What should they walk away with on this thing?
Well, part of the purpose of the speech was to highlight exactly what's going on. People who live in Georgia, they understand and they see it. People in Texas, they feel it. But you know and I know with our community, we have so many families that are just busting their butts every day to keep a roof over their head, clothes on their back, and food on the table that they may not know. So part of it was for the president to let everybody know the vicious attack that is on the right to vote, and that it is an assault on our democracy, that we're not going to take it, and that we are doing stuff about it. The $25 million to the DNC to fight voter suppression. The Attorney General has doubled the size of the voting rights section in the Department of Justice. He initiated suit in certain states, and we're going to take every tool at our disposal approach to fighting what the Republicans are doing, but people need to know so that they can be prepared.
Let me ask you this, sir. Where are the Republicans getting this much support from? Is it just that the senators are pulling this off, or do they have the will of their constituents behind them?
I'm just going to give it to you as honest as I possibly can. It is, for the most part, these Republican legislatures that, instead of arguing ideas, they're appeasing Trump and his supporters who think that somebody stole this election. So these elected officials that lack ideas and substance, the way to get popular is to just adopt Trump's mantra, his story, his lie, go hug Trump. And it's working. And part of what we want to do is educate people on it's just not true. He's, don't drink the Kool-Aid. It is what he's saying is not true. And these state legislators around here are trying to do exactly what Trump did just so that they can rise to popularity to a bigger office.
That's the sad thing about politics today,
part
man.
right
It
there.
really has a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. But I will say this about this voter suppression that they are pulling here. We are listening to our leadership, such as yourself. We are in a holding pattern, ready to act and activate. We are on the radio, myself, Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley. We're all committed to this on one accord. We are not enemies in this cause right here. We are, because they woke up a sleeping giant in Georgia, in Detroit, in Milwaukee, in Philly. They woke up, and now we know that our vote really does matter. So whatever they do, it's not going to work. We're going to register. We're going to get the right documentation. We're going to be prepared. So I just want you to know that we are listening to the leadership and what we need to do to counter what's going on up there in D.C. And this is crazy, man. It really, really is.
I'll just tell you that if it's anything like my family, or even at the dinner table, I may not want it, I may not use it, but I'm not going to let you take it. And what they're about to find out is if they think they're going to come in here and take the right to vote from black and brown people in this country, they have another thing coming. And we're going to put up the money, we're going to put up the tools, and we're going to lead the effort to make sure that it backfires. They tried it in 2020, and we got 81 million votes.
Right.
But that doesn't make it right, and we're going to still fight for it.
Right, exactly. And we need that, and we appreciate that. Hey, let's talk about another part of the speech, because historically, black colleges and university, which we so lovingly call HBCUs, they've been underfunded for decades as billions of dollars have been withheld. But that could be changing, though. How so, Senior Advisor Richmond?
First of all, just call me Cedric, but let's get to the question.
I can't do that, Pimp. The title's too big. I can't let that go, sorry. I got to say it. I don't get to talk to many of y'all. I'm flexing for my boys up in Cleveland that can't believe I'm talking to you. So, no. Just like your mama got the business card, I get to do this here. So go ahead, Senior Advisor Cedric.
You know what? I'm going to let you get away with that because you're a long-suffering Browns fan. Look. Look.
I want to talk to you about something. Hold on one second. We got Senior Advisor Cedric Richmond on the phone. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want you all to stay with us because we're going to talk about something that's going to affect a lot of the families out there. There's a huge child tax credit for families that qualify. We're going to find out what that is, so make sure you don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, we're back, and we got our special guest this morning. Senior Advisor Cedric Richmond is with us today. We've been talking about the voting rights. We've been talking about the huge $4.2 billion package that has been given to HBCUs. The Biden administration has forgiven $1.6 billion in loans and debt and invested another $2.6 billion. Which is a huge shot in the arm for our community, and not to mention the relief that's been provided to black farmers to the tune of $5 billion. So here's what I asked everybody to hold on for. It's the huge child tax credit for families that qualify. Tell us exactly who qualifies for this tax credit.
Most of the families in this country that have children are going to receive the tax credit. And what we did this year is we're not going to make people wait to the end of the year, file taxes to get the money, because children eat every month, need clothes every month, and we're going to meet the crisis that's there. So what we're doing is, for those families that qualify, if you make under $60,000, to fully qualify, your tax credit will be $7,200. We're going to give you $3,200 spread out over the last 6 months of the year. So starting today, people will start getting checks for $300 for every kid that they have under 6, $250 for every kid over 6 but under 18 every month until the end of the year. And part of what we're fighting for in the Families Plan is to not make that just for this year, but to extend it out. Because just by doing this, Steve, and this is the important part, we're going to reduce child poverty in this country this year by 50%. We're going to reduce black poverty in this country this year by 38%. And so we want to make sure that for those people who file taxes, they're going to get a check starting today. For those people who filled out the documents so that they could get the emergency relief, they're going to get a check today. For people who don't make enough to have to file taxes, we want them to know, go on childtaxcredit.gov, fill out the paperwork, because we're going to start sending you a check every month. And we don't want any family to not take advantage of this $7,200, $3,600 in payments over the next 6 months. We want people to get this relief. That's why we did it. We want them to know that government works for them. We understand the pain that they're going through, and we're going to help them through it. And so that's why your show is so important, because you have people out there that are listening, that are going to laugh. You're going to make them laugh, but at some point, you're going to give them enough information to really make them go on the internet, make sure they get this money so that their kids at the end of the day will benefit from it.
Hey, everybody, hang on one second. We're talking with Senior Advisor Cedric Richmond. We'll be right back with more.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, we're back, everybody, and our special guest this morning is Senior Advisor Cedric Richmond. This is what's really impressed me about the Biden administration. It isn't just talk, everybody. There's actual things being done, actual dollars coming directly to you. You don't have to guess. HBCUs, you know what that is. Family tax credit, that's your family. That's your family. And so, these are things, man, that we benefit directly from. And we're going to remember that in the upcoming midterm elections. We're not going to just remember it in the primary elections. We're going to remember it in all elections. We're going to remember it because Kemp down in Georgia just announced he's going to run. If Stacey Abrams opens her mouth airtime and say she going to run, watch us show you something. So, what the Biden administration doing is real.
Part of what I think we have a responsibility to do is answer what I call the Janet Jackson test, which is, what have you done for me lately? Why does my vote matter? And HBCU is a great example of it. We relieved $1.6 billion of HBC debt. We forgave it. But we also gave HBCUs $2.6 billion so that they could recover from the pandemic. And believe it or not, talking to the head of one of the organizations that represents HBCUs, he said he never in a million years thought HBCUs would be in a better position coming out of the pandemic than they were going in. But it is our commitment to investing in black communities, black institutions, and empowering us to determine our own destiny. So that $4.2 billion, which is more than anybody has ever given to HBCUs, we did basically in our first 140 days in office. And so our commitment is real. And then if you combine it with all the other things that we're doing to be intentional about racial equity, we're not hiding behind, rising tide lifts all boat. We're not saying any of that stuff. What we're saying is systemic racism has kept black and brown people down, and we're going to go invest in black and brown people. We gave black farmers who've been systemically discriminated against $5 billion of loan relief. And so those are real. That's smack dab in the black community. And so that's why I vouch for the president, and that's why I'm unapologetic about his commitment to uplifting all communities.
Let me just recap this for you, just in terms of dollars. They have forgiven $1.6 billion to HBC debt, erased it, gone. They've added and contributed $2.6 billion into the fund. If you add that up, that's $4.2 billion just to HBCUs. Now, the child tax credit is for families making $60,000. I mean, let's look, man, and you got children out there 6 and under, you're going to get a check starting today for the rest of the year to the tune of $3,200. It's a $7,200 tax credit. But listen to this. If you're not sure, or if you didn't make enough to qualify for taxes, and blah, 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 you want to make sure you can, all you got to do is go to childtaxcredit.gov. Childtaxcredit.gov, and you can find out more about it. And if you haven't set yourself up, you can register. Everybody can get relief. The Biden administration is serious about that. Our senior advisor, our very own Cedric Richmond, is serious about that. We want to thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for enlightening us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
My man, hey, man, keep doing your work, man. We're watching you. We're proud of you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we want to say thank you to White House Senior Advisor to the President, Cedric Richmond. Now, coming up next, it is the nephew with a prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, you have to watch The Babysitter. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But right now, the nephew is in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Nev?
Well, let me see.
Well, what?
Let me dig into the stupid archives and see what I... Oh, here we go. Wedding...
What you got?
Oh, did you just hear me? Did you hear me?
What?
Oh, with the W. I did
Oh, my
hear
God.
it.
Did you hear that? I said it.
What? What?
Wedding in Jamaica.
Well, you could be a good
Just go
DJ.
on.
Wedding in Jamaica. Okay. All right. Let's get married. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Ivan, please.
He's not in at the moment. This is Janice. Can I help you?
My name is Mark. I'm calling from travel agency.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I actually have some information for him. He just finished paying his last payment as far as you all's trip. Now, you guys are getting married, going on a honeymoon. Is that right?
Right. Next month,
Well,
April.
congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, listen, I got your information for you, and I wanted to make sure the mailing address was correct so I could mail you guys flight tickets out as well as a few forms and things like that, so you guys would be pretty much well taken care of.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Are you pretty excited about this?
Oh, I'm excited. Very excited. I can't tell you.
Okay, good. Well, I'll tell you what. In April, I tell you, Jamaica, Queens is going to be a great place. The snow will have burned off by then, and it'll be pretty much the summer coming around, you know?
Snow? Jamaica, Queens? No, we're going to Ocho Rios in Jamaica. You know, the islands, the water.
Wait.
There's no snow.
Okay, well, hang on. I've been working with Ivan on this for quite some time. I actually have you guys booked to go to Jamaica, Queens.
No, there has to be some sort of mistake because we're going to Ocho Rios. So,
okay, but that's not what I have. I mean, I have Jamaica, Queens. I have New York.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, you're wrong. I don't know if you pulled up the wrong person.
No,
wrong
you're Ivan and Janice, right?
I'm sorry?
Ivan and Janice, and you guys are going out the second weekend in April. Is that correct?
That's correct, but we're going to Ocho Rios.
No, I have you guys scheduled for Jamaica, Queens.
There's a problem then because I'm not getting married there. Love New York, but I'm not getting married there. So what do we need to do?
I mean, I don't know what to do at this point right now, Miss Janice.
I need you to figure that out because I'm getting married next month.
And I understand
that, and
I understand that. But I have worked diligently with your fiance, so to speak, and I got you guys scheduled for Jamaica, Queens. I have the hotels booked. I have your ground
Apparently somebody
transportation
dropped the ball, and I
taken.
know it was not Ivan. I know it was not him. Love New York, but that's not where I'm getting married.
I understand what you're saying now.
Okay.
I'm letting you know, because you're raising your voice at me. I'm letting you know that Ivan has scheduled this, and you guys are scheduled in Jamaica, Queens.
Okay. You don't let me know where I'm getting married. We've written you checks, so I need you to correct the problem. And I will continue to raise my voice until you or somebody at your wherever you are, corrects the problem.
Listen,
I'm getting married in Ocho Rios. Rios.
I have scheduled you. Okay.
You're not gonna yell at me.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying to keep my composure.
You've already messed up my reservations, and now you're yelling at me.
No, I'm not yelling at you. I'm trying to keep my composure. Now, I've been working with your fiance, and it's been Jamaica, Queens all.
We're done. I need to talk to your superior. I'm sorry. We spent way too much money. I'm getting married next month, and you're calling and telling me that I need somebody else on the phone.
Okay.
I need somebody else on the phone. You need to tell me where you are because I'm ready to come. Where are you?
If
Hello?
you give me a moment, I'm pulling up to see if I can get some flights out to Ocho Rios, okay?
Okay. I did not believe this last minute. Oh, I told him to go with. Oh, my God.
Okay, ma'am, the flights are completely booked that week. Well,
you need to make something happen.
Unless you want to get a private jet for $50,000 or $60,000, ma'am, there's no way I can get you in or out of Ocho Rios.
We've already paid you $. Make it happen. You need to make something happen, okay? I'm being nice. You don't want to talk to Ivan, so trust me, you need to make something happen. Get back on your little computer, call somebody else in the room that can handle it.
You continue to sit here and try to be nice with you and tell you. You continue to raise your voice at me. Now you're using profanity at me. Your is going to Jamaica, Queens.
Listen to me. It was your job to take care of transportation for us to get from the U.S. to Ocho Rios, from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. However that's supposed to happen, you were supposed to handle it. And I
handled it. Your man said you guys were going to Jamaica, Queens, and that's what I took for. Now, maybe he
said Jamaica, Queens. We were very clear, and I know he was very clear. I'm being very clear right now. If you just listen to me, you have one job. How you screwed that up, I do not know, but I need you to make it happen. I need you
It's
to
not
work
going
it
to
out.
happen. You're going to Jamaica Queen. Maybe you are his queen, and he's taking you to Jamaica, but that's not how he said it.
Listen, you simple. I'm not getting married in New York. Do you understand me? Don't mention New York one more time in this conversation. I swear. Do not mention New York.
Why am I not
me.
going to mention New York when that is the actual ticket I have you scheduled for?
Because you screwed that up, and you can ready to correct it. Get on the computer and correct it. Figure it out. Your job is, listen to me, your job is from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. Focus on that, work it out, make it happen.
Man, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you, okay?
I need you, first of all, to stop yelling at me. What the kind of customer service do you people think this is? I asked you earlier in this conversation to get somebody else on the phone if you cannot help me. Now, what I need you to do is figure out how you going to get me from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay, and I'm not getting on a boat. Don't bring up boats. Don't bring up New York. I need you to work this out. Don't tell me where I'm going to spend my honeymoon.
You're going to spend your honeymoon in Jamaica, Queens, New York. Your fiance made a mistake. I'm not going to pay for the mistake, okay? And I don't have a flight available to put you on. How can we fix something like there's no
my
flights available?
fiance gets home, do you hear me? Are you listening to me?
I can't work it out. I've already told you there's nothing available. Can you get it through your idiotic head?
Did you just call me idiot? Look, I need you to get somebody else on this phone. I promise you I'm about to reach through this phone and snatch you up by your neck. Who the hell are you talking to me like this?
This is the kind of service you get when you make mistakes and don't know where the hell you want to go.
We didn't make a mistake, and we know exactly where we want to go, and you are not listening to me. Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. Do you understand?
I understand one thing. Here's something I need you to understand. Are you listening to me?
Yes, what?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend, Cindy, who is your matron of honor.
God, this is not funny. This is not funny. I'm married next month. Oh, my God, my hands are shaking. Oh, my God. Do you know if I could have found you? Oh, my God, I'm going to kick her.
How stupid was it? On the scale of 1 to 10, on the stupidity scale, where do you place me?
Oh, you're always off the charts.
Oh,
Always.
no.
All right.
1 to 10, that ain't enough.
Off the Richter scale, okay?
Always.
Yes, I am. All right.
Whether you want to be or not.
I'm just gonna tease this right here. You know, as time progresses in this prank moments, I'm gonna be dropping. You know, I'm gonna want you to be eating some grits with Tommy while I'm pranking in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna want you to eat a few grits with. Life is changing for Tommy. It's about to get gritty. That's
we
all
about to
I'm
get down to the nitty gritty.
We about to get down to the nitty gritty. Grit is the key word. Stay with me, like my daddy say. Stay with me, because I'm going somewhere. My daddy say I'm headed toward that 18th verse. I never knew what the 18th verse was. I'm headed toward that 18th verse. All right, it's gonna get gritty. I'll keep you posted. Stand by.
All right, nephew. Thank you. Coming up next, it is my strawberry letter. Subject: you have to watch The Babysitter. We'll get into it. Yes, we will. Right after this.
Just get a new sitter. Wow.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And who knows, it could be yours.
It could be. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject: you have to watch The Babysitter. Dear Steve and Shirley, I need your advice on an issue with my husband. We've been married almost 2 years, and we are parents of a 7-month-old baby girl. I'm a nurse, and I work nights, 7 p.m. until 3 a.m. My husband is an optometrist, and he has a licensing exam in Maine last month. He had one, so he had to be gone for 5 days. I suggested my best friend's sister babysit while I was at work. She's 25 now, and I've known her since she was in 3rd grade. I let her know that we have baby monitors all over the house, and there's a Ring camera in the baby's room. Things went well the first 2 nights with her and the baby. And on the third night, I logged onto the video and I saw my baby asleep in her crib. But I heard loud noises sounding like wild and crazy sex. I called the house and she didn't answer. My husband called me and said he heard the same thing, but we couldn't see anything on the camera. When I got home later that night, everything was in order, but I was giving her the side eye. I decided to take our extra Ring camera out of our closet and hide it in the den on a shelf. Steve and Shirley, I logged on the next night and got a full porn show. She had some random guy in my house and they were stark naked and going at it in the middle of my den. I called my husband but couldn't reach him. I didn't say a word to the girl about what I saw. I took off work the next night and let her know I didn't need her anymore. When I told my husband about it, he seemed shocked. But then a few days later, I caught him in his man cave watching the video. He tried to stop it real quick, but I saw it. Should I be worried that he lied and said he didn't see it? Should I watch The Babysitter? Please advise. Yes, of course, you don't have to watch The Babysitter anymore because you fired her, remember? But, you know, everybody's lying. Your husband's for sure lying. And sure, if you know, if The Babysitter comes back, watch her. The receipt is the tape. You have that. I say believe what your eyes and your ears tell you and not anything else. And, of course, your husband saw it. You caught him watching it. He tried to stop it. I mean, I just think it's real suspicious, you know, everything that's going on. For the first 2 nights, everything was cool. You heard all this loud noise and everything. You put the other Ring camera in there. I mean, just after 2 nights, she brings some random guy in. You know, I think you did the right thing by firing this girl, but you should have told her why. Although I'm sure she knows at this point. I say you do need a babysitter for when you're working nights and your husband's not home, just in case he has to leave too. But you just need to get one that's more like Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, the movie Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams played that role. You know, not someone so young and sexy, you know, to tempt your husband and want him to watch the videos and all of that. So, I mean, I think this is kind of an easy fix if you do need a babysitter. But yeah, you need to watch everybody. The babysitter, your husband, what he's watching, the random guy coming to your house, all of this. Just be aware of what's going on in your house. Set cameras up everywhere. Steve?
Shirley, where's she going to find a man dressed up like a woman that do babysitting?
Huh?
Where is she going to find a man that's dressed up like a woman that do
Mrs.
babysitting?
Doubtfire. Something like a Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, okay. You had to watch their ass too then. All right. Well, here you have to watch the babysitter. Lady, you know, your letter, you know the advice on an issue with my husband. Your husband? Wait a minute. This whole letter ain't really got nothing to do with your husband. So your whole letter, you got deeper issues going on here. I need advice on the issue with my husband. Now, when you said that before I heard the letter, we got to watch the babysitter. Of course, I'm thinking him and the babysitter got something going on. That's what I'm thinking. Right. Well, the letter unfolds. You got a 7-month-old beautiful little girl. You a nurse. You work nights, 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. Your husband's optometrist. He has a licensing exam in Maine last month, so he was gone for 5 days, and y'all went and got this babysitter. She 25. You known her since she was in the 3rd grade. Well, she grown now. All right, I'll let her know that we have monitors all over the house, and that's your problem. You told her exactly where you had the monitors. Now she know where it ain't no monitor. Things went well the first 2 nights with her and the baby. On the 3rd night, I logged in on the video, and I saw my baby sleep in the crib, and I heard loud noise. It sounded like just wild, crazy sex. I called the house. She ain't answered. Well, she was having wild, crazy sex. It's hard to talk on the phone when you're having wild, crazy sex. I done tried it before, and it's really hard. I'm telling you, I had a pizza coming to the door one time, and I was having some wild and crazy sex. That pizza was cold as hell by the time I got downstairs. Because it's hard to stop wild, crazy sex. And somebody calling the damn phone. I don't give a damn. I was watching the game one time, started having some wild and crazy sex. When I woke up, I don't even know who won. That's how wild it got up in here. When you having wild and crazy sex, why did you call the house? She not finna answer. We come back.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you the rest of what happened. It really ain't nothing to this letter. I don't know why she's saying she got an issue with her husband. Because right now, it's just wild and crazy ass sex happening in your house right now. That's all I'm just saying.
All right,
wild,
Steve.
Crazy sex.
We'll have part 2 of your response coming up. To the Strawberry Letter, the subject, you have to watch The Babysitter. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. You have to watch The Babysitter. Okay?
But then the first line is, I need advice on an issue with my husband.
I know.
And I don't see why you do, lady. Now, I'm going to try to get to it. You're a nurse, you work nights, and your husband had an exam to go to here. I'm traumatized. So you hired a babysitter you've known since the 3rd grade. She's 25 now. You told her you had cameras all over the house and baby monitors. And so she knew where the cameras was. Well, things went well the first 2 nights, and on the 3rd night, I logged in on the video, and I saw your baby sleep in the crib. Well, your baby safe. That's what you hired a babysitter for. The baby in the crib sleep. The babysitter doing her job. But you heard some loud noise. Sound like wild and crazy sex. Well, the baby sleep now. You have wild and crazy sex and the baby be in the crib around the corner. Because they sleep through all kinds of stuff. Fire truck, woo, 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 woo. Police, everything. Helicopters. They don't hear nothing. Baby just be sleeping. I called the house and she didn't answer. Now, I told you before. When people having wild and crazy sex, ain't no need you calling down there. Ain't nobody got time to answer this phone. Now, you think that baby wouldn't hear that wild and crazy sex. I promise you that little girl ain't hear that damn phone ringing. Because you got other things to do when you having wild and crazy sex. You trying to get your foot up off that TV. You got your knee on the back of your husband's lounge chair. You having wild and crazy sex. You probably ain't even hear the damn phone ring. I'm just going to be... Some people probably ring doorbell. She ain't hear that either. I'm just saying. That's how wild and crazy it is. When you having wild, crazy sex, well, you got to pay attention to wild, crazy sex. She in there got one hand hanging on your drapes, trying not to tear these drapes down, and she got the other foot on top of the flow model TV because y'all old, y'all doctors, and y'all ain't updated to TV, so y'all got a flow model. She got one foot on top of that console. And it's just this wild, crazy sex, right? Okay, cool. I called the house, she didn't answer. Your husband called me and said he heard the same thing, but we couldn't see anything on the camera. I got home later that night, everything was in order. I was giving her the side eye, though. I decided to take out our extra Ring camera out of our closet, hide it in the den on the shelf. Steve and Shirley. I logged in on the next night and got a full porn show. Woo. Yes, Lord. What'd you think? That's why you set that camera up? You already know they had wild and crazy sex. And the name of the porn movie you was watching was Babysitter Gone Crazy. She just in there, and she come talking about she had some random guy in the house. She had no random guy in the house. This same dude was over there last night. You just didn't have the video. This ain't no random guy. This the guy that had a wild and crazy sex. Random guy could be just anybody. Everybody can't have wild and crazy sex. I got a couple friends can't do that. They too square. You know, they got little, you know, they do different type of work. You know, they work at the government. They don't do wild, crazy sex. You got to be, can't be just random to do wild, crazy sex. You got to be the particular kind of person. Tommy, my nephew, he do wild, crazy sex. Yeah. He crazy like that. He all that there. He ignorant. Yeah. Junior, I don't really think Junior do wild, crazy sex. I don't really know, but he might. But he got sickle cell, so I don't know if he. Well, he probably ain't trying to have no crisis or nothing. He probably just have regular, good old sex. But I don't know if Junior gonna have no wild, crazy sex because we don't have no damn crisis.
I can't get dehydrated.
I don't know yeah, he can't get dehydrated. It's hard to have wild, crazy sex and be drinking the whole damn time. So that I don't know. So, and they had a random guy in the house. They were stark naked, going all at it in the middle of my den. I called my husband, but I couldn't reach him. Well, the reason you couldn't reach him because your husband. Well, we're going to leave that alone. I didn't say a word to the girl about what I saw. I took off work the next night and let her know I didn't need her anymore. When I told my husband about it, he seemed shocked. What? But then a few days later, I caught him in his man cave watching the video.
See?
He tried to stop it real quick, but I saw it. Should I be worried that he lied and said he didn't see it? What? He pulled up the cameras and was watching it. He didn't want you to know he was watching it, so he lied and said he ain't seen it. What you worried about that for? You got to get another damn babysitter. Shirley, what is she worried about that for? So what? So what? He saw the video. What you want to tell you, baby? I've been watching this little girl right here. I'm trying to tell you. Is that what you want him to say? Cut the video. You don't want your wife to know you watching that. That's why he lied. Let me ask you something, Shirley.
Okay.
If you thought you could cut the video off that you was watching and your husband walked in on you and he said, babe, what was you watching? You wouldn't lie?
Probably not.
That's a lie. And so here we go.
Probably not.
Well, see,
I probably
we
wouldn't.
men and we gon' lie. I don't see the problem.
It's an issue to her, and if she saw him and he lied about it, that's an issue. Why are you lying?
Wow.
All right,
What?
listen. You heard me.
You know how many times I done lied to you?
Yeah, and I still don't like it.
Girl, please.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram
I
and
lied to
Facebook.
Shirley
Just
so
tell
many
the
times
truth.
in 21 years for what? I tell you the truth.
And check out the
You know how many
Strawberry Letter
times you asked me
podcast
what
on
I
demand.
did last night and I lied to you? You know how many times you asked me that?
Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, we'll have our girl here from the talk, Sheryl Underwood, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we got Carla's reality update. But right now, Steve, please introduce our girl from the
Gentlemen,
talk.
put your hands together. Here she is, Sheryl Underwood.
Thank you, Steve Harvey. And you know what? I love everybody. I just want to not sound hostile, Tommy and Carla and Shirley Strawberries and Steve Harvey. But, Junior.
Huh?
Where the you been for 2 weeks?
Okay.
What?
Okay. Ask him again, Cheryl.
Right now.
Where the
That's
you been for 2 weeks?
What? I've been on vacation.
Don't mumble. Don't mumble. Be a man. You been on
what he's
vacation.
doing, he
You
mumble.
say it. Was I on vacation with you? No.
Wow.
Ooh, Junior.
Ooh, you in trouble.
We supposed to be a couple. Where was you? And you didn't answer your damn phone. I know you didn't answer your phone because my best friend worked over at the phone place and no, it's still on. So what is going on?
I just went on vacation like everybody. Uncle Steve went on vacation. You ain't Shirley,
You
Carl,
talking about your damn
everybody.
Uncle Steve?
She
Right
don't
now?
go
know.
with Uncle
I-
Steve.
Listen,
We're
I ain't
not
with
in a
Steve Harvey.
relationship. Yeah.
That's
just
right.
talking
Shirley back me up, Shirley Strawberry.
Yeah.
Don't try to bring nobody else in this, Junior. I'm very upset. I had
Hell
all this
no.
barbecue and potato salad, ice cream. You know how much butter pecan ice cream I had waiting on you? You ain't nowhere to be. He like butter pecan. That's his favorite.
Oh,
that's his
favorite
I do
flavor.
like
butter
Oh,
pecan.
okay.
I
That's
do.
what your
Oh, yeah.
parents like.
Yeah.
That's what,
What?
you eat. That's right.
That's right. And here I am, Shirley Strawberry. I'm up here seasoning meat and everything, and I'm waiting, Tommy. And you know how embarrassing it is.
Now hold on. Now Underwood. Now wait a minute, damn it. Now listen. Okay,
What?
I was where I
Who
was.
you cussing
now.
at?
Okay, I was where
You
I
had
was.
to take that bass out your boy. Who the
I was who I
Come on now.
was. Sure, no, wait a minute. Hold on. You ain't gonna tell me what the hell I'm doing with my time off. Now, I see you
What?
when I see you.
My
Now, you-
time is our time. I told you that when
Not
we got
them 2
together.
weeks my ass was off. It was.
It's our time. We ain't supposed to be together for
What?
2 damn
Hold
weeks.
on.
But wait a minute. It is sexy. It is
I tell you
sexy
what,
though.
I tell you what,
Go
Cheryl.
on, buck
I tell you
up
what,
on.
Cheryl.
What?
Keep harping on this and watch my ass be gone the whole time.
Oh, and watch my ass find you.
Don't
Now,
lose
I find
it.
you.
Don't
You
lose
be
it,
gone,
Cheryl.
and I find you. See,
Figure it
but
out then.
It is sexy, but don't try to threaten me with a breakup. Don't try to threaten me. I'm a grown-ass woman. You can't threaten me with no breakup. That ain't gonna work. You'll never be without me. Matter of fact, I'm like Candyman. All you gotta do is say my name 3 times. Candyman, 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 and a trick will show up. Ha ha, Junior. You'll never be without me.
Wow.
Never be. That's how they do you. They be ghosts for a couple of weeks, then they want to come back talking about we broke up. Damn that. Damn that.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, listen. Thank you, Cheryl. Coming up next.
Thank you, Shirley Strawberry, for having my back.
It's Carla's reality update. Oh, Cheryl. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Tommy, it is that time. Introduce our girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Buckle up and hold on tight. She is here, the one and only Carla Farrell with what? Reality update.
Coming in hot, baby. Coming in hot.
Thank you, Shirley, girl. All right, let's get to it. We're going to talk about, by now, everyone has seen Ready to Love Reunion Part 2. All right, nephew. So, Kyra and AJ, they are not together. That's what we have. What have we learned? They are not together. I think Kyra's still in shock. I don't think she can believe that Jason didn't choose her, for real.
I think, you know what? I think she tried to stand in the middle and play both sides, and it just did not work for her. I think,
right.
You know, Jason's like, hey, you know what? I got to move on. And Jason moved on. Now him and Liz look like wedding bells, and they look like wedding bells. Okay. I'm over here with my fingers crossed that that's my first set of wedding bells. I got a couple of them. So I have those two. But also, do y'all remember Mario in season 2? Mario and
yes, I remember Mario.
And what was the young lady's name? Reva.
What about him?
Reva.
Oh, really?
I think those are wedding bells that are possible as well.
What?
Yes,
like
yes. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I got a couple wedding bells, and it's, you know, I need that. I need to say
that's
good. To the wedding,
it worked.
Yeah, we're going to the wedding. We're your number one.
We all
fans.
going to the wedding. When the wedding jump off, we gonna bum rush the wedding.
That's it. Wedding Crashers. Ooh, that's a new reality show.
Wedding Crashers.
Anyway, so Liz basically said that the thing that she loved about Jason was that his honesty, he was consistent, and that what Jason said that he loved about Liz, that she positioned herself to be pursued. So they are together. They are a couple. We were really, really mad at Joel, the way he treated Vernisha, Shirley. You know, my boy from the NO, I was rooting for him. But then, you know, my husband and I, you know, Tosh, he's from New Orleans. He was watching. He said, don't nobody say baby that much in New Orleans. He from there.
Was it too many times?
It was
perpetrated.
Yeah. Tasha like, oh, way too many humbras, baby, all of that. So
he said it
on
camera.
He representative. He didn't do nothing else. That's for sure.
He represented the Big Easy. So there you have it. Let's move on. So we're ready for the new season. You were in DC quickly, nephew. You were in DC right now,
shooting
right?
season, shooting 5 and 6. So y'all hold tight. I'm like at episode number 2, headed to number 3 right now. So it's cooking. So I think probably around September you'll probably get this particular season dropping. Y'all get to check it out, and I'm gonna be here a little longer shooting another season. So that's 2 in Atlanta, 2 in Houston. Now I'm shooting 2 in DC. What's next? I don't know. You know what, y'all? I've been like, is it time for LA yet? Is it time?
I'll go out west.
Yeah.
But that's not my decision. You know, that's above my pay grade. That's a Will Packer decision right there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move on quickly to Married to Medicine. Speaking of reunion shows, Reunion Part 2. I just don't know what to say about Dr. Contessa and her husband, Dr. Scott. My man be lying. He done came out. He bum rushed the stage, act like he was surprised when his wife said she filed them papers. He was like, what papers? And then she was like, 7 months ago. So you knew about the papers. Boy, he be lying. He said he didn't know what DMs were on Instagram. He just doing too much. He's just doing way too much, Dr. Scott. Shout out to Quad. She did her thing. She took over as the moderator of the reunion show, and Andy Cohen was cool with it. So it was all good. So we will watch and see what's going on next week. It is Reunion Part 3. Dr. Contessa, Dr. Scott, they are having some serious marital problems. My girl was crying the whole time. It was just really, really heartbreaking to see. Yeah. So hopefully we're rooting for them to get it together. That is Reality Update. Hit me up on the gram at Lips by Carla. What you got, Shirley?
Going out hot. Thank you, Carla. More of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Celebrity couple breakup news. Kenny Babyface Edmonds, wow, and his wife Nicole Pattenberg, they're divorcing. They've been married 7 years. They're divorcing after 7 years of marriage. The couple issued a joint statement. It was published by TMZ, saying, after much thought and great sadness, we have decided to end our marriage. We continue to care and have respect for one another and share eternal love for our daughter and her well-being.
Aw, man.
Hell, he done wrote all the songs. End of the road, he wrote that too.
He wrote a bunch of hits.
Secrets, though.
He wrote some hits.
Listen to himself.
Wow.
Shut up.
Yeah. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Well, moving on. Okay, here's some good news. All right.
Okay.
Yin and yang here. We yinning and yanging. All right. In celebrity wedding news, congratulations to actor, one of the greatest that ever did it, Don Cheadle, and his fiancee bride now, Bridget Coulter. They are married now. But guess
they got
what?
married during the pandemic.
They've been together 28 years.
Right.
And they finally decided to get together, to get married. When they asked Don Cheadle why, he said it was pretty simple. Their accountant proposed to both of them, and he showed them the numbers, and they said, oh, yeah, we should probably do it. More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after, right after this.
Tax credit.
Right. Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey is here. Steve, this one is from Diamond in Baltimore. Diamond writes, my 33-year-old boyfriend has been in jail for most of our relationship. We met 4 years ago, and he's violated his probation twice since we've been together. When he's gone, I can't lie, I sneak around with my ex-boyfriend, and now that I am pregnant, I'm not sure who the father is. My boyfriend already has 3 children, so he won't be happy about this. My ex just got married, so it would be bad all the way around if it's his child. Should I stay with my jailbird boyfriend and let him raise the child, or tell my ex?
Wow. Raise him from where? What is he finna do? What are you zooming? You've been with him 4 years. He been locked up. Most of the focus, he keep violating probation. Mm-hmm. He can't stay away from nothing. Mm-hmm. Now, so you've been seeing your ex. Now you pregnant. You don't know who baby it is.
The ex married.
But your ex is married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me get this right. Married. You just can't get the right kind of dude. The one you want is in jail. The one you're with is married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you pregnant, you don't know which one it is.
Right. She says her boyfriend in jail won't be happy because he already has 3 kids.
The hell you worrying about him being happy for?
About the pregnancy.
Why?
Yeah, he can't worry about him.
He got other issues.
Mm-hmm.
He finna be mad because you pregnant.
Yeah.
He ain't out here taking care of none of them. Homeboy got to get himself together. He got to quit violating. He got to come out here and do right. Now I know. Don't get me wrong. That violation probation can be for anything. I mean, they can come set you down for anything. Yeah. You can't be in the presence of nobody with a weapon. You can't be in the presence of nobody with a record. You can't be within so much distance of this, that, and the other. You can't get a ticket. You can't do nothing when you're on probation. So it's easy to violate. Yeah. You need to start picking better, baby.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Kelsey in Richmond, Virginia says, I'm a 30-year-old hairstylist, and one of my clients is messing with a married man. That man's wife comes to another stylist in the salon, and through other gossiping women in the salon, they found out about each other. While my client was under the dryer Saturday, someone keyed her car and wrote on it with a permanent marker. My customer thinks me and the other stylist should pay for the damage because she's too ashamed to file an insurance claim. Am I liable since it was on my property?
No.
Whoa.
No, you're not liable for the car if it gets stolen on your property. No, she has insurance. Her insurance is liable for that.
Coming up, it is our last break of the day. And at 49 minutes after, of course, it is some closing remarks from the one and only, our fearless leader, Steve Harvey, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day on this Thursday. This week is rolling by. First, I thought it was slow. Now it's getting fast.
The summer
right.
is going by fast.
It really is. It really is. Yep. But it's been a good day. It's been a good day. All right, Steve, it's on you.
You know, I guess I'm going to kind of stay in the mode of motivation because I want to inspire people because, you know, look, I think so many people can get so discouraged by so many different things. I mean, you know, for some, it seems like bigger items than others. But, you know, it's all in perspective. It all depends on the amount of experience you have in life, on how well you handle setbacks and trials and tribulations. So it's all relative. When you see a person that's thinking about giving up for a lesser reason than you would, it doesn't make that reason not valid. It's very valid. It's just they may not have the experience with grappling or coping with situations like you. But I want to say something to everybody that's on their road to success. It is a tough road. It is a tough road. It is a difficult journey. It is not easy to become successful. It's just not. And I think when people start running up into those obstacles, it's easy to say, wow, this is really hard, and give up and quit. But I want to tell you something. See, whenever God is about to do something great for you, I've found that in those moments, the devil is also aware of your future too. He sees when God is doing great things in your life, and he sees when God is blessing you. His job is to rob you of that destiny, to get to where God has ordained or planned for you to be. So what he does is when he looks into your future and he sees that God is about to do something big for you, he throws at you the opposition. Have you noticed that it comes from people you thought you were cool with? That it comes from people that you've done so much for? That it comes out of the side, out of the bushes almost, out of a dark hallway. You just go, where did that come from? Why they tripping after all I did? It always seems like it comes out of nowhere, because that's one of the devil's best tricks. He tries to blindside you with it. And the more hurtful he can be towards you, the more he can throw you off the course. So he presents, of course, people that you know, you care about, that you thought was your friends, that you thought was all right with you. And it comes from that angle right there. What I'm saying is, on this journey to success, be prepared for opposition, because it's going to come. It is a part of the process. None of us will get to where we want to be in life without going through the process. Now, you know how you hear motivational speakers talk and you hear the audience member go, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. And they start writing on it, oh, I like that. Or the preacher be talking and go, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. You know, people get inspired by that. I guess I'm the same way as anybody else. But when I talk to people about success, I try to make it, instead of good, I try to make it understandable. I try to get you to grab this thing that I'm talking to you about in the simplest form or fashion so you can move on with it. I'm just saying this to you as plain as I can. On your road to success, the devil gonna throw them obstacles at you. Every time something good is coming your way, they got to throw something bad at your way. Something's happening in my life right now to try to thwart my progress, but I'm aware of it. Now, that don't mean that is easy, and it doesn't mean that because I'm aware of it, I know how to cope with it better. I do, but it still bothers me. It still bothers me that somebody that I did so much for can turn so easily because they see a buck, and they can turn. But you know what I've also learned about this road to success? God don't put more on you than you can bear. Do you know sometimes that you're going through stuff not only to show you something, but to teach the person that's around you a lesson too? Do you know that God uses your strength to teach the weaker or the evil a lesson through you? Have you ever noticed that? I don't know if you have. That's a hard one to come to the realization that you're going through something and you're not enjoying it, but it's going to teach the person that's trying to do something to you. They finna learn a real valuable lesson. It's going to cost you a little bit, but God already know you got the strength to handle it because he done so many things with you and for you throughout the years. He knows you can handle it. So he allows things to happen to you, but he's also going to show that person that's trying to do you, he going to show him something. He going to teach him a valuable lesson. You're just a vessel to get it done. But you're used that way because you're strong enough. So in this case, I have to remember that about myself, but I also want you to remember it about yourself. That you are strong. That everything you've ever gone through, every hardship, every struggling moment, like I always say, your track record for surviving hardship and struggling moments, your track record for surviving that is 100%. That's a pretty good track record, y'all. So all you got to do is keep on waking up, keep on believing, keep on praying, keep on working, and you're going to get through that too, just like me. And at the end of the day, the person that's trying to do you the most harm, be careful when you dig a grave. You might have to dig too. Or you might end up in that hole yourself. You got to be careful. Remember that. Y'all have a great day. God loves you. Hey, y'all, talk to God. He'd love to hear from you. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay heavy, stay blessed, stay big. In the words of my man, Judge Greg Mathis, you can't be big and small at the same time. Make up your mind.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.